to Imagination Station. We are Moonbeam Theatre and this workshop is called Pop Goes the Bubble. My name is Colette and later you'll be joined by my friends Elise, Jess and Vicky, where we'll be doing a warm-up, a song, some arts and crafts and a cool down together. This workshop is suitable for all abilities. Some exercises will be shown standing up, but feel free to sit down if this is more comfortable for you. Enjoy the workshop.
Thanks, Colette. Hi everyone, my name's Elise and I don't know about you, but I have been sitting down all day, so I think we need to wake our bodies up. Before we get started, just make sure you've got enough space around you without hitting anybody or anything. And if you're on a slippy floor, just pop your socks off. Don't worry, I can't smell your feet from here. And finally, if you need a drink, just grab one whenever you want. So first thing we're going to do is pretend that our arms are bubble wands and we're going to have bubbles coming out of the end of our hands. So start by making little tiny circles backwards. Little tiny circles, and they're filling up the whole room. You're making so many, great job. And then we're going to make some medium-sized bubbles. They're still coming out of the ends of your hands. And now we're going to make some ginormous bubbles. Stretch as high as you can go. Stretch up. Great job. Now can you see if you can make some in different directions? This is a little bit tricky. I'm going to try going in the other direction now. Amazing. Now you're going to bring your arms up and you're going to start bringing your arms forwards, making some big bubbles, still as big as you can make them. Stretch up as high as you can go. Now I'm going to make some medium bubbles again. Wow, your room must be filled with bubbles by now. And back to tiny bubbles again. Great job. Now we're going to shake out our arms like we've got bubbles stuck to them, they won't come off. And we're going to shake out our legs like we've got bubbles stuck to them, they won't come off. Keep shaking. Well done, we got all of the bubbles off, that's great. But oh my goodness, while we were making our ginormous bubbles, we made one so big that we're now inside it. Wow, I think it needs a bit of decorating, don't you? So now imagine that you have 4 pots of paint on the floor of different colours, whatever colours you want. And we're going to dip our hands into them. And we're going to dip our feet into them. So that your hands and feet are now dripping with this pretend paint that's dripping all over the floor. I've got different colours on different hands and feet. And we're going to paint the inside of our bubble by stretching out, making some hand prints. I'm going to make some footprints. Be careful you don't fall over when you're using your feet. I'm going to draw some lines and a smiley face. I think I'm going to draw a smiley face right here. Make sure that all of your bubble is covered. Leave nothing blank. Amazing job. Wow, I think my bubble's done. Your bubbles look amazing. I love the colours you've chosen. Well done. But we can't stay in our bubbles forever, so I think we need to pop them. I know it's really sad. But on the count of 3, we're going to do a massive star jump to pop our bubbles, okay? 1, 2, 3! Oh my goodness, well done. I've got my imaginary paint all over the room. But I think it's going to be easy to tidy up, so don't worry about it. And now I'm going to pass over to Colette, who's going to teach you a really catchy song.
Thanks for that, Elise. Now I'm all nice and warmed up. Hello everybody, it's Colette again. And now I'm going to be taking you on a vocal session. So now that our bodies are all warmed up, we need to warm up our mouths. So imagine you have a piece of bubble gum and pop it in your mouths and start chewing. Now as you're chewing this bubble gum, it's going to get chewier and bigger and stickier. It's going to get really big in your mouth. So you really have to chew. What flavour's your bubble gum? Mine's Hubba Bubba. Really try and stretch out your mouth as big as it can go. Okay, Now with our bubble gum, we're going to imagine we're blowing the biggest bubble we can with it. Are you ready? Pop! Ah, it's all sticky. Okay, now that we're warmed up, we're going to learn a song all together. And I'm going to welcome back my friend Elise. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi Elise.
Hi Colette. Hi everybody.
The song we are going to sing today is about a house made out of bubbles. During this, I'm going to be singing some lines and Elise will repeat after me. So join in with Elise. Let's give it a quick practice round. If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know what to do.
If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know what to do.
Great job! In between each verse, we're going to have a quick chorus of pop, 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 pop that we're going to sing all together. And you can go around your room popping imaginary bubbles. Throughout the song, I'm going to be doing some Makaton sign language, which is a little bit of a dance. So if you feel comfortable, join in with me. Are you ready, Elise?
Ready?
1, 2, 3. If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know what to do.
If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know what to do.
I'd be too scared of sneezing in case it popped. Achoo!
I'd be too scared of sneezing in case it popped. Achoo!
Pop, 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 pop. If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know what to eat.
If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know what to eat.
If I ate my sandwich, would I get bubbles in my teeth?
If I ate my sandwich, would I get bubbles in my teeth?
Pop, 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 pop. If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know how to play.
If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know how to play.
Would my favourite toys just pop or fly away?
Would my favourite toys just pop or fly away?
Pop, 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 pop. If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know how I'd cope.
If my house was made of bubbles, I wouldn't know how I'd cope.
At least I wouldn't be stinky. I'd smell all nice of soap.
But at least I wouldn't be stinky. I'd smell all nice of soap.
Pop, 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 pop. Again, pop, 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 pop. Great job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in with me. Now I'm going to head over to Jess to do some arts and crafts. Bye!
Thank you for that fun singing session, Colette. That catchy song is going to be stuck in my head all day. I'm Jess, and today we are going to be doing some arts and crafts, and we are making our very own bubble blowers. Before we start, we just need to make sure we have all of our equipment ready. Everything I use should be stuff you can find around your house. So we're going to start off with a plastic bottle, and we can use any size plastic bottle for this. Then we are going to use some fabric. I'm using a J-cloth, but an old sock or something you don't mind cutting up would also work fine. Some scissors. Please make sure you have adult supervision when using these. A hairband or an elastic band. A bowl of water. And some washing up liquid. If you need to go and get these items, just pause the video and click play when you come back. So we're going to begin by getting our plastic bottle and cutting it through the middle. And then we are going to keep the top half. We are going to then take our fabric and place it over the bottom of our top half like this. And then we are going to secure it with an elastic band or our hairband. So your bubble blower should look something like this. We are then going to take our bowl of water and our washing up liquid, and we are going to pour a load of washing up liquid into the water. We're then going to use our fingers to mix it all together. If you don't want to get sticky fingers, you can just get a spoon and stir it with a spoon. Now here's the really fun bit. We are going to take our bubble blowers and we are going to dunk it into the solution. And then we are going to give the biggest puff we have ever given. And we are going to blow the longest bubble snake that we have ever seen. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Should we go again? My one got quite long. How long did your one get? I love my bubble blower. How about you, Vicky?
Great! How's yours, Elise?
I love it. What do you think, Colette?
This is so cool. Thanks, Jess.
I hope you enjoyed making your bubble blowers today. I'm now going to pass you on to Vicky for a bubbly cool down.
I love my bubble blower. Thanks, Jess. I'm Vicky, and we are going to imagine that we are surrounded by bubbles. They're absolutely everywhere, and we're going to start popping them with our fingers. Ready? Pop. And we can even make popping sounds. Pop. Pop. And we're going to go really, really fast. Pop, 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 pop. And then we're going to go in slow motion. Pop. Pop. And we can really stretch out here. Pop. Pop. Uh-oh. I think we've swallowed a bubble. And we can imagine that we can feel it in our stomachs. And we're starting to get bigger and bigger. And even our faces are getting bigger and bigger. And we're just filling up with air. And surely we can't get any bigger. Otherwise we're going to pop. And what do we do if we pop? And we're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And pop. Let's imagine that we see the last bubble. And we're going to go and pick it up because it's the last bubble. So very carefully, you're going to take the last bubble, and here's mine. And we're going to come to sitting down. You can sit however is most comfortable here. And we're going to think of something that makes us really happy. And we're going to whisper that to our bubble. So I'll give you a moment to think about that. So I'm going to whisper mine now. I'm thankful for all my new friends joining me here today. Okay, have you whispered yours? And on the count of 3, we are going to blow our bubbles out into the world so we can share our happiness with other people. I think we're ready. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Blow your bubbles. When out they go, give them a big wave. Thank you for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed Pop Goes the Bubble at Imagination Station. Goodbye!